Happy hello everyone! Congratulations! We've made it halfway through this year-long exploration into happiness. If you've been following this series, you've seen me talk about things like money, sex, intelligence, and dozens of other things as they can affect your mood. So now, at the halfway point, we need to stop and ask ourselves, should we be doing this? I think we can all agree happiness is a good thing, but can you have too much of it? And does a constant pursuit of happiness lead to happiness fatigue?
My name is Ryan Wingfield, and my job is to make people happy. After years of doing stand-up comedy, I've devoted an entire year to the study of happiness. Join me each week right here on a Road Comics Road to Happiness.
You've probably heard people say it's about the journey, not the destination. A nice sentiment, but if the destination is something you never reach, that means the journey goes on forever. Push your brain too hard in one direction, and eventually there will be a mutiny. Researchers have found that a constant pursuit of happiness can turn into a negative, particularly if you don't keep yourself in perspective. The problem is that when people are constantly pursuing a higher ideal, they create this illusion that a perfect world actually exists. A world where you have the perfect job, the perfect spouse, perfect house, perfect kids, perfect car. Basically, the movie Pleasantville. Remember that movie? In case you have any delusions about such a life, spoiler alert, it doesn't exist. At least not in the physical plane. Psychologists say if you get caught up in pursuing happiness, you can become dissatisfied and even lonely. Proverbially, you are taking 2 steps forward, but 3 steps back. I know a little bit about happiness burnout. Having spent the better part of a year researching happiness for this web series, I have devoted a lot of time to the pursuit of happiness, while at the same time maintaining a full-time job as a road comic and my obligations as a stay-at-home dad to 2 little children. For the record, I'm not complaining, I'm bragging. While I do feel the stress of the pursuit of happiness, I like to think that I've been able to maintain my happiness by keeping my life in perspective. If you watched my first episode, you may have remembered me talking about how no one is happy all the time. Now I would like to point out that neither should you be happy all the time. Believe it or not, sadness has value. I know because I watched the Pixar movie Inside Out. Yeah, not to mention every other Pixar movie which has made me sad at some point. The opening scene of Up alone is enough to get the waterworks going. Aside from the social aspect of sadness, which signals to other people that we need help, psychologists believe that it turns our attention inward for important reflection. When we are sad, we take a good look at our lives and try to fix the things that we are doing wrong. There is also evidence that sadness can reduce bias. Happy people are more likely to have prejudicial behavior, perhaps because their contentment makes it easier for them to use stereotypes while making judgments. Happy people are also more likely to be egotistical and believe that they are responsible for things that are clearly out of their control. At this point, you're probably thinking a racist egotist who thinks he's God? Wow, Donald Trump must be really happy. The point is to remember that balance is the key. There is nothing wrong with pursuing joy, but all emotions, including sad ones, have their purpose. Surprise, surprise, Pixar got it right. That's all for this edition of a Road Comics Road to Happiness. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave any happy comments below. Next week, we begin the second half of our year-long exploration of happiness with children and why they may not be the best thing for a good mood. Until then, stay happy.